How is it going today, my friends? As always, I hope you all are having yourselves a fantastic day. Now, if you've been subscribed to me for a year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years, if you're just a boss like that, then you might have seen a video on my channel previously titled, I Got Swatted. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, wait a second, did he get swatted a second time? No. Since then, a lot of people have been unsubscribed from my YouTube channel. It's been over a year since I've uploaded that video. A whole bunch of new people have subscribed to my channel. I've almost got a beard now. Like, I'm different, so it's kind of different when you tell it later. That doesn't make any fucking sense, Carl. Feel like I can do it better this time. Okay, so I uploaded the video talking about this for the first time a little bit over a year ago, I think, but it happened over 3 years ago. I am almost positive it happened before I joined FaZe. I could be totally wrong, could have happened after FaZe, but I know it was at least 2 years ago. Okay, so just for the few people who might not know what getting swatted is. Okay, so basically how these people do this. They find your location, they get your address, and they find the closest police precinct to your location. And then they call 911 and get directed to that police precinct. They then say that they are at your address, and then they say some crazy shit is going down in order to try to get them there. Now, if you say something crazy enough, they send a full-fledged SWAT team depending on which neighborhood you're in. Now, there's all sorts of things that they could say in this phone call, but most of the time they say something super extreme, like someone's dying, someone's being held hostage, this, that, and the other. So in my situation, when the person called the police precinct near my house, they said that I, a 15-year-old kid, killed my mom and my dad, and I had put napalm in the walls of our house. Okay, 15-year-old got a gun, 15-year-old got napalm, 15-year-old manages to put napalm in walls of house. Where do you even get napalm? Hold on. They sell this shit on Amazon? Let's find out. They sell napalm coffee, but it's got a big old bomb logo on the front, but that's not what I was looking for. Napalm for sale. Napalm mixing fuel agents. $125 to $190. A jumbo container makes 50 gallons of napalm. I can get this to my house in 2 days. Wow. They make that a little bit too easy to get. Come to think of it, I could have had napalm back then if I, felt like it. Shit, I guess I can understand their concern now. Nonetheless, that was the call. What triggered him to call this? It was not random. No, he just didn't find my address and do it. I definitely deserved it, but no matter what you say, doing this to somebody, it's very, very dangerous. It's very, very illegal. It's considered an act of terrorism, but technically this person under the age of 18 or over the age of 18 just committed an act of terror. Just think about that. People go to jail for 20 plus years for that, sometimes life. At the time, I would like you to know I am a total jit. This was at the point in my time where I didn't have a girlfriend. I had never had a girlfriend. I was alone in my room most of the time, just talking to people on Xbox, hanging out with my friends at home because I wasn't going to school. Kind of a hard time in my life because I just didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't as committed to YouTube as I am now. This is back when I wasn't uploading very frequently, this, that, and the other. So I was talking to this guy on Skype, and I was not doing something that I should have been doing. This was somebody that I should not have been talking to in the first place, and I should not have been talking to him like this. It was bad. I was literally just saying every single thing in my vocabulary just because. It was literally like 2 in the morning, probably around 2:30, and I was just fucking furiously typing away at this dude. And this wasn't even the guy who did it. About 20 minutes into this conversation, he just mentions this totally different character who I have only heard the name of before. And I just said, yeah, that dude's face looks like a pancake. And 15 minutes, the next thing I know, I'm laying down in my bed, getting ready to go to sleep. I turned off my computer after finishing the conversation, however the fuck I finished it with that guy. It probably ended up with me apologizing because I was a stupid little bitch. And I'm laying down in my bed, and my dad, being the guy that he is, all the windows were open and the AC was off. Gotta love him. Hot as shit. And I hear the back gate open. I hear them try to open it, and they failed because there was a little lock on it. I don't think I heard them say anything. They just took off the lock. I hear literally people in my backyard. And in this moment, I'm laying in my bed, and I'm like, is this really happening right now? I couldn't fucking believe it. I just laid there. I was like, fuck. And another 10, 15 minutes later, I would like to say, there's a knock at my bedroom door. Now, when there is a knock at your bedroom door after you hear people in your backyard, people who you think are police officers, you're expecting to open the door and see your mom and your dad saying, everything's okay. We got this. No problem. Nope. There are police cars pulled into my driveway, and the people in front of my bedroom door are 3 sergeants from the police force, but all 3 of them shining flashlights directly in my eyes. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but police flashlights are extremely bright. When they mount them on the bottom of a shotgun, it's blinding. You can't see the people behind them. Now, at the time, I was suffering from severe migraines, like really, really bad migraines. I still do, they're just not as frequent as they were. Now, after that, they brought me into like the family room area, and they had me look at the light. Well, they like shined the light in my eye, but they didn't tell me to like look above the light or whatever, because they were trying to like, see if I was fucking on drugs or some shit, because they, thought I killed my parents. But I looked directly into the light, and that actually causes me to pass out. Like, I literally faint. A few seconds later, I started seeing stars, and I just fucking fell to the ground. And they're like, are you on drugs? Have you ever done drugs? Are there any drugs in the house? And I'm like, dude, it was too bright. Dudes were freaking out on me, and I'm literally a fucking 15-year-old kid who got swatted. I literally had no idea what the fuck to do. And then somehow my mom and dad, they're just talking to him. They said, he's got migraines, relax, he just fucking passed out, he looked into your flashlight, don't tase me, bro. And then out of random, this sergeant just looks at me and he says, listen, it's okay, just don't let it happen again. Excuse me? You would like me to prevent people from... How? How would you like me to do this? Please explain. I would love to know what you would like me to do to prevent this from happening. Or, next time somebody calls 911 and it's my address, how about this? You give me a call, you give my dad and my mom a call. And hey, if they said I killed my parents, if my parents opened the door, I think I got swatted again. Don't let it happen again. Gotcha, buddy. No problemo. My pleasure. Sure thing. Absolutely. You gotta be fucking me, dude. That's what I wanted to say, but I say, yeah, sure, man, sure, whatever. Just please get out of my fucking house and I want to go to sleep, Dad. My dad was just sitting there on the kitchen bar stool, just like... What the fuck is going on? Because this was at a time where I wasn't making enough to live off of YouTube. I was maybe getting a couple $100s a month at the absolute maximum. Wasn't streaming. None of that. My dad was just like looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Until I got to the point where I was consistently uploading, consistently able to support myself. Took my dad a while to get used to the whole gaming thing again after that. I think it took my mom a little bit too. It was fucked, man. It was fucked. Now, believe it or not, Alicia actually got swatted too before she met me. We both got swatted before meeting each other. How cute. For whatever reason you don't know, Alicia is my girlfriend. She's got a YouTube channel. Shout out to the babe. Basically, she was the first person to ever get swatted in Colorado, so the FBI got involved. Now the FBI has our current address, and if anyone ever tries to swat this location, we get a call. We're like marked on their map as a, hey, if this number calls, and it's a very, very suspicious call, here is why it could be that, so don't respond like you would normally respond, is basically what it is. And that's really good, because when you have a police department that thinks you like wanted to get fucking swatted or something, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like swat myself for fun, let's see what happens, dude. No, I'm not the kind of person that would want to do that. It's nice to have a little safety net, but it kind of sucks that Alicia had to get swatted for us to be able to have that. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed my story about getting swatted, and leave a like on it if you think that Alicia should make a video about her story too, because she's convinced that the person who did it to her is still out to get her, or would still want to be out to get her if she would still talk about it. It's okay to fear that, but you can't live in fear of that. You can't let that control you. It's a story. It's something that happened to you, and she's a YouTuber, and I think she should share that with you if she decides that she is comfortable to do so. Obviously, I'm not going to fucking put her in front of the camera and say, tell the fucking story of when you got swatted right now. Just do it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Imagine committing an act of terror over a Skype conversation. Hey, yo, man, your face looks like a pancake. 911, what's your emergency? I just shot my whole family. Come and get me, bitches. Like, oh, you went to 0 to over 9,000. A little bit too quick there. Hey, dude, you want to, like, swat some people today? Oh, yeah, dude, totally. Righteous. Y'all, like, there's this girl who wouldn't send me her nudes. Just swat that bitch. Fuck her, right? Show me your nipple. I totally forgot to mention that during this, when we had 3 sergeants in our house and probably like 5 or 6 other officers outside, they were all literally searching the outside looking for shit. My grandma was in the front of the house. I mind you, the front of the house has 4 other rooms, a dining room, and a living room. It's an entire other side of the house, right? My grandma is just sleeping in there. My 77-year-old grandma is just passed out and has no fucking idea. And they didn't even go to that side of the house to check for napalm. What if my grandma was the one who had the napalm? It didn't make much sense to me as to why they didn't go in the front of the house, because that just seems like something that they would do, go secure fucking everything. I'm really glad they didn't, because my grandma would not have understood what the fuck was going on. She would have been so upset, and she might have even thrown some hands, because my grandma definitely would not have been happy if a fucking officer knocked on her door and was shining a light in her face like they did to me. She probably would have told me not to let it happen again. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch today's video. If you could take the time to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, you know I'd appreciate that very much. Started a little notepad on my phone here of some stories that I should tell on my YouTube channel, because these are just... you need to know about them. So definitely be sure to leave a thumbs up if you would be interested in seeing these too. And as always, my friends, I hope you all have yourselves a fantastic day, a farewell, a goodbye. And here comes that motherfucking... Woo!